Could you talk a little bit about the challenges of workforce availability and what labor is doing to fill those gaps? We've got a lot of dollars we're spending in roads, bridges, and highways, and a variety of other areas. But again, the workforce availability over time could be a challenge to successfully implementing the IIJA.
Well, I think if you look at the way we're going to see workforce growth because of the IIJA, it's going to come in a couple of phases. The first phase for a lot of this is going to be in construction. And I would have to point out that the apprenticeship programs run by the North America's building trades unions is the second highest job training program in the country after the U.S. military. So they're prepared and they're ramping up to be able to meet the demand of construction. When it comes to the operations side, especially if you look at things like transit, a lot of these new programs are putting job training requirements at the front end. So the low and no emission bus program, for example, required applicants to put 5% of their money towards workforce training. That includes making sure people are trained to operate electric buses and maintain electric buses, which is very different than diesel bus. So that means building in the workforce training in the front end means that by the time you've built out the physical infrastructure or you've received the new equipment, that you have the workforce ready to go to meet the service demands that are going to be there when they're delivered.
Yeah. President Nelson, could you talk about how this question might apply to flight attendants?
The issue here is that staffing was cut down to minimum levels prior to the pandemic. There's no give in the operation. The issues of combative passengers and the fact that contract negotiations were essentially put on hold during the pandemic is making it difficult to maintain and attract people to the jobs. And so contract negotiations have to be concluded, and I think that as we move forward and look at the FAA reauthorization bill, we need to look at priorities around staffing.